Hi everybody, we're going to go on a virtual field trip today. Before we start that, I wanted to introduce you to a special link that the Metropolitan Museum of Art has just for kids like you. It's called #METKIDS. The link is up here, the web address that you can use. But they have really cool options for you to explore virtually an amazing museum located right here in New York City. First feature I'm going to show you is called Explore the Map. You're going to click on this link. So it's going to introduce you the very first time that you go on to the site. It will say, "Welcome to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Get ready to explore over 5,000 years of art from across the globe. On your journey, you'll find fun facts, project ideas, and a behind-the-scenes video made by curious kids just like you." Here's an insider tip. The Met is full of treasures. Search for the red and yellow markers on the zoomable map to make discoveries all around the museum. So let's click on one. Notice I can pull and drag the page. Let's click on a yellow dot. So the first thing you're going to see is the actual photo of what the information desk looks like when you first walk into the museum. Here we have the Ancient Egyptian wing. Ooh, the Costume Institute. The Temple of Dendor. This is an actual temple that they have relocated and placed into the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Now that I've clicked on the yellow dot, it will open up an actual photo in a large viewable screen. It will include a fun fact. Egypt gave this temple to the United States as a gift. It was dismantled. Now, dismantled means to take apart. In Egypt, transported by ship, and then put back together block by block in the Metropolitan Museum of Art Museum. When you scroll down, it's going to tell you what is known as the Tombstone. Okay, now the Tombstone means that it is going to tell you the basic facts about either a work of art or an exhibit like this. So the first thing is, what is it made of? Okay, and it explains that it is made of a specific type of sandstone. When was this made? They estimate that it was completed by about 10 BC. Where was this made? It was made in Nubia in Africa. Where can I find it? This would be in the Egyptian art section of the museum, and then here it tells you what gallery it would be in. We're going to watch a quick video that explains how kids just like you want to learn about works of art like this.
I've always been fascinated by how science works. You have to use science to construct things like physics. Hello, I'm Tobias and I'm 9 years old.
I'm Aileen Chup. I'm the Chief Registrar here at the Metropolitan Museum.
What does a register mean?
We're in charge of all the art that comes in or out of the building.
How do you fit all the artwork through the doorways that are only
Sometimes it's really, really difficult.
How did they fit this in here? Would they take apart this building and then build it up again?
That's exactly what they did, actually. You can see that the building is made out of blocks of stone. And before we moved it, each block of stone was numbered. And so all we had to do was take it apart and put it back together again.
So it's 1, 2, 3, they took that apart and then they put 1, 2, 3 back in order again?
True. At least this breaks down into a lot of small parts.
You're lucky with that.
I know.
But what about huge paintings that are...
Exactly right. And how about that big Egyptian sculpture that's in the Great Hall? He's 10 tons.
Whoa.
He just came in the museum 2 years ago.
Really?
Yes, he came from Berlin.
Awesome.
We brought it in at 6 o'clock in the morning.
And you probably ended around 8 o'clock at night.
We ended at midnight. Because you've learned a little bit about physics, right?
Yeah,
so
a little bit,
we have to worry about the floors.
You don't want
in
to crack
the
the
museum.
floors.
Because you have to worry about floor loads. You know what floor loads are?
There's weak spots.
Exactly. So in order to move it, we have to spread the weight of that sculpture.
You had to cut in half?
Well, what we did was we moved it a couple of inches at a time. We put down wood, and then we put down steel plates, and we had to wrap him up, put straps on him, and then we had to stand him up. We did all of that in one day, on a Monday when the museum was closed.
That's smart.
See, now the museum's open 7 days a week. So I guess he has to stay there for quite a while.
Yeah. If there's a small piece that's hanging off, gravity will pull down at that piece, and the entire building will go timber.
That's an excellent explanation. Thank you, Tobias.
So see, you can ask lots of questions no matter what your age is. This is the Discover section, and in the Discover section, it's going to give you historical information that will allow you to understand the work of art better. The Imagine section is pretty cool. For this specific activity, it says, Imagine. Ancient Egyptian temples were houses for the gods, not meeting places for people. How are ancient Egyptian temples similar to and different from modern places of worship? So this is a really cool question that you can think about with your families. And then they give you an activity which you can choose to do. This is the create part. The carvings on the temple of Dender were once painted in color. How do you think they may have looked originally? Sketch the template, adding the colors of your choice. Okay, so they have included a really cool understanding of this specific exhibit in the museum.